Good afternoon, sports fans. Welcome to Durfee High School's Mac Aldridge Field. We have more playoffs this week. This is boys soccer round 1 against the visiting number 5 seed Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans and your number 4 seed Durfee Hilltoppers. BR in their white jerseys, Durfee wearing their home reds, and we are just about ready to go. Today also senior night. We'll have that ceremony for you during the halftime break. Well, we're glad that you're with us for this one. BR, we'll run down the starters for both sides, and we'll start with the visiting BR Trojans, who come in with a final regular season record of 3-5-2. They'll have goalkeeper, the junior James Nichols, leading the charge and protecting for the team. And his 10 teammates are as follows. Number 2, Josh Macefield. Captain number 3, Jake Balsamo. Number 4, Dominic Ferrioli. Number 8, Daryl Quist. Captain number 9, Sean Catino. Number 16, Trevor Convent. Number 19, Owen Green. Captain number 22, Joe Medor. Captain number 23, Liam Brennan. And number 35, Owen Trombley. And the Trojans are led by head coach Jason Hammond, assisted by Scott Blake and Justin Worth. For the Hilltoppers, who come in with a final regular season record of 3-4-3, it's four-year starter and captain Zach Massa in goal, as the Hilltoppers with an early chance, but it's scooped up quickly by Nichols and rolled back out. So Massa in goal for Durfee, and the starting 10 teammates for him. Number 2, Jake Silva. Number 3, Colin Hargraves. Number 6, Brian Fernandez. Number 7, Roman Codner. Number 8, Dominic Esteves. Number 10, Cameron Jacob. Number 15, Andrew Sanift. Number 17, Landon Medeiros. Number 18, Jacob Bigelow. Number 20, Ethan Machado. And, of course, Durfee led by head coach Tiberio Mello, assisted by Corey Cordero and Eric Gomes. Again, thrilled you're with us for this Thursday afternoon game. Lights already on, tons of clouds, and what a difference even 12 hours makes. It was considerably warmer this morning when we woke up than it is now. Luckily, it's dry. We always like to play in dry weather, but temperatures have dropped significantly as the afternoon has gone on. 55 degrees and dropping. We'll see if the wind plays a factor. Not too gusty, but fairly sustained, if you will, and it's going across the field from sideline to sideline. So real no advantage, in terms of who's playing upfield or downfield. More than anything, it's going to be crosswinds. So we'll see if that affects the players at all. Usually that would affect football more so with a passing game than it would soccer, but still challenging when you got to get through any kind of wind. So BR going to get to inbound the ball, Catino and Medor. Number 9 and number 22. Big floating kick. Wow, that one sailed, and that's the direction the wind is going, so maybe that is a sign that the ball will carry just a bit. Simultaneously, girls field hockey. Field hockey is playing in Dartmouth right now for the semis, and Dartmouth really had their way with Durfee during the regular season, but we all know how hard it is to beat a team 3 times, so we wish the Hilltoppers the best of luck after an impressive 3-0 shutout on Tuesday that we had for you in round 1 of the playoffs, and that was also against the Trojans. Durfee, we saw Durfee early this season. It was one of the first games that we covered, actually, for boys soccer, and it was a win against BR. So Durfee's had some success against Bridgewater-Raynham this year. Going back, I believe that was a 2-1 final score back in early to mid-October. So we'll see how BR does here against Durfee, if they've made any changes, if they're, if they learned anything. Most of the time, again, when you get to see a team a second time or a third time, it's always hard to sweep a team or to beat them more than once in a season, because likely the other team has learned something from the defeat. So we'll see for Durfee. One of the goals for Durfee in that game was that really odd, if you may recall the broadcast, the very odd indirect free kick inside the box that was like, I don't know, 10 feet from the goal. And we were all confused. We hadn't seen that, and not something that I have seen in 8 seasons broadcasting soccer. So, you always learn something new, and we learned something new in that one. I'm not sure why. Well, I shouldn't say I'm not sure why. We have 3 officials for the playoffs, and that's typical. So basically 2 line judges, and then you have the 1 official in the middle of the field. But, it would be so much easier if the officials carried the flags with them, even when there's only 2 of them, because someone's got to make the call on the sideline either way. It's always nice for playoffs having a true line judge in the flags. It makes it so much easier to know for sure which way the ball is going. That one sent across in front, unable to make a play on it was Quist, and Massa will send it out to the far side. And of course, being the playoffs, we will play till there's a winner. Mentioned also on Tuesday's field hockey playoff that one of the more memorable games in recent years was the double overtime extra penalty kicks game that was here about 5 years ago. It was a win for Durfee, but man, it was a marathon. Really just an incredible playoff game that went through 2 overtime periods, the standard number of penalty kicks, and then it went to extras as well to determine a winner. Massa kind of got checked up a bit there on that save. Seems to be okay. But if we are tied, then yes, we will have to go to overtime, because there can't be any ties, of course, in the playoffs. We need a winner. You can hear Durfee's coaching staff on the far side yelling handball. And the Hilltoppers going to get a penalty kick here 8 minutes into the game. And it's going to be Colin Hargraves being called upon here to try to put Durfee up 1-0 thanks to the miscue of the Trojans. Can he do it? Here we go. Shot. Good! Buried into the corner. And it's 1-0 Hilltoppers, just over 8 minutes into the game. In playoff games, again, knowing that their elimination every time, always so important to play with a lead, and even more so, take advantage of your opponent's miscues, and that's exactly what Durfee just did. That goal coming just past the 8-minute mark, say about 8:02, 8:04 approximately. And it's Hargraves putting Durfee up top, 1-0. Still hearing a whistle in the middle of the field. Our head official there, yes, calling the ball back. And BR is going to reset from their 25. In all likelihood, this could be the last game that we do here in the fall. of course, contingent upon, who wins and whatnot. But, if Durfee's field hockey is able to win this afternoon in Dartmouth, and depending on where the boys go here as well, remains to be seen. But, with the playoffs, you just never know if there's going to be another game. So if this happens to be it, one thing we want to let you know about that we're excited to bring you is a special Throwback Thursday, a Thanksgiving edition on Thanksgiving Day. As you all know, no football here in the fall, so for the first time in decades, Durfee and New Bedford will not be squaring off for their historic rivalry game on Thanksgiving morning. So we've decided to put together a nice playlist of past games, and we'll be airing them on Channel 9 throughout the day on Thanksgiving, and I believe throughout the weekend, in fact. And we're also we've uploaded those to YouTube. They're standing by, ready to launch on Thanksgiving, so we will have that playlist on our Facebook page for you to access as well, quick access. So Fred TV Sports on Facebook and on YouTube. You can like and follow us on Facebook, and please subscribe to us on YouTube. And those games will be available for you on Thanksgiving and forever and a day, because as we all know, nothing dies on the web. So that playlist will be there forever, and we hope you enjoy. Found a real one that I really enjoyed looking back at was my junior year. Actually, it was the final game played on our old stadium here, and it was pretty much a mud bowl, and it was a big win for Durfee in 2005, and it snapped a winning streak for New Bedford that had spanned, I want to say, at least 10 years. I could be wrong, but New Bedford had their way with Durfee throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s. So 2005 was a big win here. So we have that one. We look back, and then a bunch from the past 10 years as well. We can actually tell you exactly. We'll take a look at the stats here. So Durfee had snapped. All right, so New Bedford had won 2 years in a row before Durfee grabbed the win in 2005. And then Durfee won in 2002, in 2000, and then you have to go all the way back to 83 with one tie mixed in before Durfee had won as well. So 2000s weren't too bad to Durfee. And assuming everything's accurate, again, I'm looking back decades here, and I'm trying to find a year that they did not square off on Thanksgiving. And yeah, this going back decades and decades, this could actually be the first time ever that they didn't play on Thanksgiving. We'll try to get some confirmation on that. But needless to say, even though we can't bring you this year's game, we'll have a good look back at previous games for you on Thanksgiving. Shot taken. Oh, just wide to the left. Oh, I thought that was going to grab the post, because that got by Nichols. Trying to turn it back around is Hargraves. Passes it off to Esteves, and now come back to center. Another chance for the Hilltoppers, and they capitalize. This time it's Cameron Jacob at 14 minutes, and it's 2-0 Hilltoppers. Two first quarter goals for Durfee here in this sudden death playoff game. Oh, they're taking it away. I think that they must be calling an offside, it would appear. So no goal. That's a heartbreaker for Durfee. 2-0 lead early in this game would be huge, but they'll have to play it with the 1-0 advantage. Shot across the field towards the middle, played off the chest. All the way down the field, going to be a corner on that far side for the Trojans as we roll up on 3.5 minutes to play in the first. That's a header. Not supposed to be doing headers. 3 officials watching the play, and they let it go. Centering shot, and it's going to sail over the crossbar, but that was most certainly a header down in the box by one of the Trojan players. I'm surprised that they got away with that. There's no way that that was off the chest. Not the way that it ricocheted and went straight down towards the ground and out of the play. You can't get that kind of force off a chest. It would just bounce. Big kick sent toward the box, played off the chest. Nice job there by Jacob, who just had that goal taken away from him. Back down the far side. Will it go out of play? Codner tracking. And it does go out as we come up on the final 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Passed on up ahead. BR trying to push the ball forward. Back to the attack. On the attack. Oh, a trip. Wow, and they let that go too. I mean, there was definitely interference there by Bigelow. Again, whether inadvertent or not, I'm surprised they let that one go. High rainbow kick, if you will. Soaring across the sky, hooked by Medeiros, now back towards him. Ooh, big contact, and that will draw a whistle. Again, not necessarily intentional, but it is what it is. Green hitting Esteves and sending him airborne. They'll send it back to Bigelow, who falls down on the hooking kick, lost his balance, tumbles and back to his feet. Off the chest there of Medeiros. Medeiros shoots it back. It goes right through the legs of Sanift and goes to the far side. Codner with it, trying to get through. Nice job. Excuse me, that was not Codner. Thought it was. It looked like number 7. Might be Fernandez. Because it was Codner who received the pass. Yeah, I think that was Brian Fernandez. And the Hilltoppers probably going to get couple seconds here to get this kickoff, and we'll see the end of the first. Not much time left. Line drive kick going toward the box. Kept in there. Jacob kicks it back, looking for Medeiros. Medeiros now back towards the defenders. Sanift. And now Codner. And that draws a whistle as well. I don't know if it's me, but those whistles don't sound that loud today. Compared to, sounds kind of sick. Again, these are the mechanical ones, so I'm sure they're battery operated or something, but not that easy to hear compared to some of the other games we've covered. This is a free kick, no indirect. And that's going to do it for the first. Good 20 minutes for the Hilltoppers. Good first 20 minutes for sure. I honestly, I'd say that they controlled the pace of play very well. Again, you know, could be 2-0. That goal being negated, the one from Jacob that happened with about 6 minutes left in the quarter. But still, the 1-0 lead, good place to be. And, you know, for the Hilltoppers, I think they got to continue to press, continue to, you know, pass to feet like they've been doing. They've done a good job at creating opportunities and getting the ball down into the box. So that's important. And, you know, they'll continue to, I'm sure, press like they have been and try to protect defensively. All right, we'll take a quick timeout here on Fred TV. Second quarter coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Honor, courage, sacrifice, pride. Our city. Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring our nation's soldiers, sailors, Marines, and airmen. Vietnam veterans took the initiative to secure rights to an 80% size replica of the Healing Wall for Veterans Bicentennial Park. The names of over 58,000 fallen heroes will be engraved on the 360-foot-long replica wall. 100% of the money raised benefits the building of our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall in Fall River. Help build our wall, which is scheduled to open in 2020. The meaning, the spirit, and the value of the wall is everyone's. Be part of this exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us at Facebook.com.
We welcome you back to Mac Aldridge Field. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV for round one of the boys soccer playoffs in this 6-team bubble. It's BR here visiting Durfee, and it's the Hilltoppers with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play. And that goal coming on a penalty kick, courtesy of Colin Hargraves. And that one coming in about 8 minutes, so almost halfway through that first quarter. And again, as I just said before the break, you know, Durfee all but had a second goal as well, 14 minutes into that first quarter, thanks to Cameron Jacob, but it was taken away, and I think the call was offsides. I didn't see anything else that would have indicated otherwise because there was no contact down that way. I think it was an offside call. So a tough break for Durfee in that respect. And of course, here at the change of quarters, we changed sides as well. So Durfee now defending on the left, BR defending on the right. And it'll be Codner setting it into play here. And I believe Bigelow will send it for a ride. Yep, there you go. Oh, that one skips by. But now a chance. It might set up Durfee for a shot. It does. It goes wide, though. It does not end up hitting the net, in fact. So wide by probably a good 5 feet. Sent out by James Nichols, the goalie. Hilltoppers trying to stay on the offensive. That one skied straight up, a pop-up. Ooh, a cleat to the head. Macefield with the high foot on Codner. Again, inadvertent, but it's also about knowing where you are. Sometimes tough to see. That's off the shoulders. Massa will come in and play it. It's so hard when everybody's looking straight up at the sky for a ball to come down. Sometimes you don't know who's around you. Codner, no worse for wear, though. He's still in there, no problem. Shot. Nice save there from Nichols as he bats it down with the two hands and makes the grab. I like this, though. I like seeing line drive throw. Good toss. Strong throw. I like seeing that the Hilltoppers are getting shots off. And Durfee's going to have it again. This will be indirect from about the 35, or just north of it. Well, if we're talking true direction, really south, but we're counting up, so. From the 36. Long kick. That one off the shoulder. It goes backwards, and who wants it? Durfee's going to turn it around. Jacob takes the shot, and it's a save for Nichols. I'll tell you right now, Cameron Jacobs going to get one before the night's over, especially since he was, had his taken away. That was close as well. If, maybe a couple inches higher, and Nichols doesn't get that. He had to really stretch and go up the ladder for it. Looked like Jacob was too close to the ball. I think that's what the official was kind of signaling, kind of waving him back, because as he moved further back, then he finally let the play go. Good pass there to Jacob. Jake Silva gets hung up, unable to keep possession. Good pass down now to Ferrioli, and it is broken up by Bigelow. Actually, that was Bigelow, I believe, on the far side as well on that free kick. Jacob's playing up here as a forward, so the 18 and the 10 look very similar when you're looking at a distance of about 50 yards. That one coming down. Jacob plays it off the chest, has Silva to back him up. Silva sets up Codner, who lofts it along the sideline, and it's going to go out of play. Trombley to Brennan. And he sends it now toward the box. Off the shoulder of Sanift. A chance for the Trojans as they kick it down now toward the corner. Giving chase, there is Quincy Hebert, number 3. That's a Balsamo, my bad. Good defense for Durfee. Silva comes in, takes it away. Now trapped in the corner. Should be Durfee ball, I think. Nobody's made the call yet. The main official did. It is Durfee ball. chance now down the field quickly. That one cleared toward the side, and Jacob will watch it go. Silva sending it across the box. It gets by everybody, and now chasing it down on that far side. Hilltoppers try to keep, wow, what a nifty move. Good footwork. That's going to go out of play. That one goes out of play. Across now, giving chases Jacob. Jacob trying to take it away. Good hustle, but it's going to go out of play. That one sent across, and it will go out of play. Down the sideline. Full steam ahead. Big speed there from Catino. Pulls up, trying to get by. Jake Silva could not. Ends up passing it back to Balsamo. That one off the foot, and Massa able to make the play. As we've passed the halfway mark here in the second quarter, just about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to play before halftime. BR with the free kick coming. Oh, excuse me, the Hilltoppers with the free kick. Still, where's the ball, though? Oh, there it is on the far side. You're getting glare. Couldn't see it. All right, here we go. Back toward the box. Jacob with it as it now leaves the box, trying to redirect it around, and it is cleared away for the moment by the defense of the Trojans. Played in front, and Nichols able to make the play. Riley was breaking. They'll kick it back to him, and now he'll send it back to Codner. Back to Riley it goes. Up the sideline to Jacob, who's waiting, goes by, lets it go over the feet, trying to cut back in, and is defended well. Still able to get the shot off. That's incredible. Trombley was all over him, and Jacob still got the foot out there to take the shot on net and force Nichols to make the diving save. And now very quickly back down this other end as the Trojans trying to even the score. Shot in front. Trying to redirect. Comes out of the box. Another shot taken, and Massa will watch that one as it hooks wide to the right. Codner to Riley. Silva gets the pass as well. Trying to forge ahead. Little contacts. Some brushing there, and he's going to gain a free kick as Gattino called for being a little too aggressive there, apparently. And now he'll get to have a conversation with the official. See, these are the calls to me that make me question, what is really being seen here, because we saw, a trip earlier that was rather clear, whether inadvertent or not. It was still a clear trip that Bigelow committed, and no call was made. And here, you're talking just a little bit of brush in there with Gattino and Riley, and they called it back, and Silva, excuse me, and they call it back. So it's, what is the benchmark for sounding the whistle and not sounding the whistle? I would think that a trip is a little more egregious than, being on someone's back and kind of brushing off them a little bit too much. Sent toward the box, and on one hop, a scoop. Nice save again from Nichols. He really has been busy in this first half. Durfee's put some good solid shots on net. And once again, Balsamo showing its speed. Really working the middle sideline well. That one cleared out by Sanift. Convent not able to keep it now. It goes back to Gattino. And Gattino to Balsamo has to chase it down in the corner. Codner cuts him off. He goes down. And Durfee gets the free kick again. Pretty fast-paced game today, too, which is always nice to see. We always like when the game moves. You see a lot of possession changes back and forth up the field. That one on a bounce. Jacob biding his time, waiting for some help. There's a lot of help in the middle of the field. A centering pass, and he hooked it a little too far. I think he was looking for Hilmy. Hilmy was there, but unable to find him. That would have been a perfect set. Out of play. And a free kick here coming now for BR. Looks like Macefield Hargraves was looking for Silva. Codner plays it off the chest. Hargraves sends it back. Bigelow across here to Codner. Silva. Back to Bigelow again. The Hilltoppers try to spread out the field here. There's a bit of a push off. No whistle there. And now a takedown on the far side as the clock stops at 2 minutes. Cleared away as it goes back across the circle. Ray Mwangi getting called on the foul there, even though he went down. He impeded play. Sanift drawing that whistle, so Durfee with the indirect again. Codner, nice move through traffic, still loose, kicking it up to Jacob, goes to his right side, and he's gonna have to slow it up and redirect. Back across the middle, nobody home, and BR sends it. Codner spins, it goes by him, now Silva there, trying to turn it around. Played on the line, well done to keep it in, now the whistle sounds. Oh, I thought he kept it on that line. So Trojans ball right at midfield here. About a minute left to play in the half. Balsamo inbounding it to Catino, now gets it back. Now Convent across the middle looking for Macefield. Macefield to Green, who now will get to kick it away on the indirect. Was this one? Oh, this one's direct, excuse me. No, I'm wrong again. Indirect. Yeah, and that's the half. Well, the Hilltoppers continue to lead after one half here. 1-0 Durfee in round one here of the playoffs, facing off against the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. All right, we did mention that this was senior night, so we're going to run that ceremony. That was pregame. We're going to run that now here during the halftime break, and we will see you on the other side. Third quarter coming up next on Fred TV.
Fall River has traditionally been in the forefront of honoring members of the armed forces. Please assist in the mission to complete our Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. The names of approximately 58,300 American heroes will appear on the aluminum panels. Black granite pavers may be purchased to memorialize those who proudly served. We welcome you to be part of this once-in-a-lifetime project. To make a donation, order an individual paver, and see future announcements, please visit VietnamMemorialWall.org or connect with us on Facebook. 100% of your donation goes toward construction and perpetual care of the healing wall. Committee members expect a formal dedication in the spring of 2021. The spirit of this cooperative effort is of value to us all. Hi, I'm Joe Marshall. This piece you just saw is our latest update on the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall that's here behind me. As chairman of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall Committee, who have been moving this initiative forward, I speak for everyone in saying how proud, grateful, and truly lucky we are to have this memorial wall in Fall River. This 80% replica will be the only one in Massachusetts and the only one of the 4 in the United States. We thank everyone who has supported this project over the last 2 years, And for those of you who wish to contribute toward the completion and the perpetual care of our healing wall, one way is by purchasing a granite paver to memorialize a loved one. Here's an example of the paver right here. The ones with the silver lettering is $150 for an individual, and the gold lettering, as I have here, is $250, represented by cities, towns, and organizations. Please remember that 100% of the money raised will be used to support this project and maintain it to honor the 58,000 plus fallen heroes engraved on this wall. To make a donation or to purchase a granite paver, please visit our website, which is vietnammemorialwall.org. We invite you to be part of this once-in-a-lifetime project and look forward to our grand opening next spring.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to BMC Durfee High School for today's boys soccer playoff game between the visiting Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans and your Durfee Hilltoppers. Before the boys take the field, we'd like to take this opportunity to honor the members of the class of 2021. Coach Mello would like to thank all of his seniors for their hard work and dedication to the boys soccer program, and he congratulates his seniors on accomplishing all of their goals so far and wishes them all the luck and success in the future. Let's meet our seniors. We'll start off with number 7, Roman Codner, accompanied by his parents, Sandra and Philip Codner. Next up, we have number 9, Jack Matos, accompanied by his parents, Maria and Lou Matos. Up next, number 16, Kareem Hilmi. Next, we have number 14, Marcelo Montero. Let's give it up for number 18, Jacob Bigelow, with his parents, Teresa and Brian Bigelow. Next up, we have number 20, Ethan Machado, and his mom, Erica Brum. Up next, number 10, Cameron Jacob, with his mom, Jennifer Jacob. Up next, number 12, four-year varsity starter and captain, Zach Massa, the goalkeeper, with his parents, Susan and Walter Massa. And last but certainly not least, number 4, Coleman Riley, with his parents, Anna and Kyle Riley. One more time for the class of 2021. Welcome back to Durfee's Mac Aldridge Field, everybody. Second half underway here in round one of the boys soccer playoff. Evan Massoud with you for the call. Good first half for Durfee. Really, again, I'd say controlling the game very well. They've created a ton of opportunities offensively. BR started getting a little quicker the latter half of the second quarter. You know, particularly the combination of Balsamo and Catino, number 3 and number 9 for the Trojans, as they were working this near sideline. But again, you know, we switched sides again here at the change of the quarter, so they should be patrolling now the far side again. But, you know, they were able to make some moves along the sideline, move the ball forward, but really no decent shots on net. Hilltoppers still, as that one comes soaring in, Durfee has done a better shot at putting the ball on goal here in this one, at least through the first 40 minutes, that is. So we hope you enjoyed the senior night ceremony that we ran there during the halftime break. We also ran the update piece that we've been running on the Vietnam Memorial Wall with the secondary piece here with Joe Marshall at the end, who's on the board of directors, the committee to get this project done. And, you know, one thing we want to remind you is that if you did miss the motorcade yesterday, which really was a good success, we did have that for you, so that can be found on our Fall River Government Television Facebook page, as that has been posted now. So if you missed it yesterday, you can take a look at that as well. You know, great job by all the organizers and volunteers that made that happen, all the veterans groups, etc. So we thank them for their service, and you know, really, once again, a great job in planning and coordinating the event. That one shot on net as well, and it's going to go just wide to the right. The lone goal for Durfee, if you're just joining us, came way back in the first quarter, 8 minutes into that first quarter. It was a penalty kick, and it was Colin Hargraves for Durfee burying it in the corner of the goal. And again, Durfee did have a second goal, but it was negated, and we're pretty sure it was an offsides call. And that one should have been to Cameron Jacobs' credit, but it was taken off the board. So we stand at 1-0 here in the third quarter as we begin the second half. And BR, again, trying to make something happen. So the Trojans finding a few holes here in the first 3 minutes of the third and getting a few shots on net, something we really didn't see in that first half. Kicked across the field. Ethan Machado kicking it back to Landon Medeiros, and it's going to go out of play. Durfee will have it, though. Going to kick it back to Sanift. Now back to Medeiros as he gets run into by Joe Medor, excuse me. Jacob speeding on ahead. Ball is loose in front. Can he take a shot? No, it's taken away from him by Brennan. Great play from Brennan right there. Jacob has been in the thick of things all game long. I keep saying he's going to get one, and that time very close to taking a shot. It almost would have been a one-on-one, him versus Nichols, the goalie. But it was broken up by Brennan, one of the 4 captains for BR. Now full steam ahead. Medor up the field. Massa will play it. I think he's going to throw it. No, he's going to punt it away. And that'll drop in. Trojans with the free kick here. Indirect, of course. Machado talking it over with the official. Set in play. Trying to cut around was Sean Catino, could not do so. And I believe it went out on the goal line. So I think it's going to be a corner here for the Trojans. It is indeed. And Mador will be down there with Catino to send it toward the box. Kick on its way, still in the box. That was close to a header as well. And it'll be Durfee ball. And if you watch the Trojans, when they get a free kick, an indirect free kick, excuse me, kind of a different different set. They're doing it a little differently than we've seen most teams, including Durfee, this year. Kind of interesting. The person who's going to kick it and send it away gets the ball that's been put in motion. The teammate kicks it through the legs of that person, so it's almost like leading them in the direction with the ball moving, and then they kind of get a running start on the rolling ball. Kind of a different way to do it. Haven't seen that, like I said, really this year. Good setup here. The Hilltoppers move down the field very quickly, lofted toward the box. Bouncer still in play. Oh, is it going to go? BR's calling for hands, I think. But I think this one is going to count. And it looked like Machado was down there. I know I saw number 20. This one will stand. 2-0 Hilltoppers here in the third. Big goal and a good break, really good separation from the teammates. Everybody kind of stormed down the field at one time and multiple options. That one now fed across in front, and Massa has to come out, make a quick scoop. He rolls it out to Esteves, and Esteves loses it. And that is no good. Again, Catino showing off his speed and trying to hook it towards the net. It goes out of play. Cut off by Hargraves, who sends it across to the far side. Big kick going toward midfield and cleared quickly there by, I think that was Macefield. No, that's Convent, excuse me, number 16. Now, centering pass toward the box. It gets through Codner, and it's going to roll all the way to the far side. Ferrioli watching it go out. Coming back toward the box, cleared out by Bigelow, coming this way. Esteves almost overran it, lost it over the defense, and now Machado with a good try to control it. And the Hilltoppers will have it indirect here from close to the 45. Oh, this one is straight on direct. Hooking, playing it to the far sideline. Sent up the field toward the box. Silva trying to get around the defenders from the sideline. Gets pushed and tripped up. Hilltoppers will have it from the far side, right at the entrance to the box, basically, right on the line. And that was a foul, so this should be straight up free kick. It is. Toward the box, hooking out of it. Now an odd man rush here. Sprinting up ahead is Medeiros, and Medeiros breaks it up. Great defense right there from Landon Medeiros. Because for a moment, BR had the numbers. And there it is right there. See, kicking it through the teammate's legs. So you just saw there, Medor, number 22, kicked it through Coutinho's legs for then Coutinho to kind of get a running start on it. So kind of a unique way to do the indirect kick. Not something we have seen, and it seems to work well, though, because at least he sees the ball right in front of him. Instead of getting it from the side, he's following the ball and then kicking it. Collision there. Esteves and Coutinho going down. It'll be another free kick for BR. This one straight up free kick, I believe. Nope, they're going back. Indirect, lofted toward the goal. Played in front, the whistle sounds. Oh, and we got a card coming our way. That was a... Machado gives a shove, but it started, and this is getting ugly fast here. Machado really heated, but it was Josh Macefield who really started it. Well, Machado gets the red card for the retaliation. Macefield started it. And a red card handed out to BR. And it's actually Charter Wing Alexis. I think that's number 7 for BR. So he gets a red card. Alexis was in off the bench. He was not a starter. Machado was for Durfee. So that's a big loss for them. As the officials sort this out, the question is, did that all happen? I mean, the whistle happened in the box, so I think we're going to have a penalty kick, or is it a goal kick? Everybody retreating, so I don't think there's any penalty kicks. Now Moss is getting the ball, so Durfee's going to send it off. And now the official going to the far sideline to talk to Coach Mello before we restart here. And when the whistle happened, I looked over and I saw number 2 there, Macefield, turn towards Machado and like kind of kick in his direction, like kicking the turf in his direction. And then Machado came over and shoved him from behind. I'm not sure what Alexis did, though, because I didn't see him. It looked like it was Machado and Macefield. I mean, it has been a very competitive game. We don't like to see that kind of unsportsmanlike conduct. And Durfee restarts here, 6.5 to play in the third, and they continue to lead 2-0. Sent up ahead. Medeiros quickly sends it back where it came from. Hargraves, good pass down the field to Jacob. Full steam, able to stop it before it goes out of play. Jacob biding his time, takes the shot. It is blocked. And it comes back to the circle. Sanift going after it, lofts it. Codner trying to settle it, kicks it back. And wow, good job there from Bigelow. Played it on a tough hop. Lost it behind Hargraves. And now a whistle. Sanift coming over to Esteves here on the near side. Jacob is down the field, passing it to him. Can Jacob get there before Nichols? Nichols able to clear it. Just a little too strong on the pass. Split second too late to the ball. An update from Dartmouth, where the field hockey team is playing in the semis. It's the fourth quarter, and the Indians lead the Hilltoppers 3-0. Hargraves loses it, cut off, and he drops back. That one rolling and out of play. Good pass. Hargraves finds Jacob. Esteves is to his right. Can he get by? Good pass to Esteves, who's going to have a shot here. Oh, it's just wide to the left. Nichols makes the save, but it was going out anyway. A real good setup there from the Durfee boys. That was a real quick transition down the field into an offensive attack. Sanift lofting it back to the circle. That skips through. Trouble for the Hilltoppers. Shot on net, and Massa makes the scoop and falls on it for the save. And a collision there. Codner will have the kick for Durfee. He'll set it up actually for Bigelow as he lines it down the field. That one gets through again, and Jacob, play is whistle dead as Cameron Jacob trying to get around Brennan. And the clock has stopped at 2 minutes. Brennan gets called on the infraction, so it's going to be Durfee ball at a real good spot. Hargraves takes a shot. It's hooking, and it's going to go around the goal. Nothing doing that time. Good setup, though. I mean, going high and to that far side. Just couldn't hook it enough. Another whistle, and that one's coming back. Catino moving it up the field. Passed a little bit too far behind his teammate. Had to slow up the drive there as they were progressing well. And that'll go out of play on the goal. Corner coming for the Trojans. That one sailing to the back of the box toward midfield and cleared out by the Hilltoppers. Jacob once again chasing after. Can he keep it in? No, it goes out. We've been stopped at 2 minutes for what? That wasn't Jacob, by the way. Excuse me. That was Hilmy. Good effort from Hilmy, though, to try to get it and keep it in play. Been stopped at 2 minutes for a while here. You know, we had the cards that were handed out earlier, so that accounting for some stoppage as well, but we've been on pause on the scoreboard for a while in terms of the clock. We don't know who Durfee will play in the next round if they hold on to this 2-0 win. We do know that it would be on the road, though. That one sent in front, and it goes out. It would be on the road. But right now, at the moment, we do not know where. And Durfee seeded number 4, so 1 and 2 got the bye, and they'll get to host in the semis. So regardless of the outcome of this one, Durfee will not play at home, or BR will not play at home if BR are able to mount a comeback. They won't play at home in the semis. It'll be a road game from either side. Durfee, though, as the third quarter comes to an end, out in front 2-0 as we head into the final quarter here at Mac Aldridge Field. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll see you back after the break. You're watching Playoff Soccer on Fred TV.
The Fall River Police Department engaged with the Fall River School Department to participate in Unity Day since 2018. Our uniform represents us as police officers, but the orange pin represents us all as a community. Here at Durfee High School, we encourage people to build bridges, not walls. As school resource officers, our job is to build a community that's safe and encourages education, both in the school and after. We like to view ourselves as not just the protectors of Durfee High School, but as life coaches and mentors. It's important that we bring everyone together and remember we're all Durfee, we're all Fall River, and more importantly, we're all human beings. This pin represents our commitment to ensuring that everybody gets equal representation and equal protection throughout this school.
Fourth quarter about to begin here at Durfee. Evan Massoud with you on Fred TV for playoff soccer. Durfee boys hosting the Bridgewater-Raynham boys. And it is the Hilltoppers with the 2-0 lead heading into the final 20 minutes here of this round one matchup. See if the Hilltoppers can hold off any final surge here from BR. Switch sides again, of course, in between quarters. So now Durfee once again defending on the left, BR defending on the right. Again, with we're trying to get some confirmation, have not heard back yet. But we do know that the semis will not be at home, regardless of the outcome. So both sides, if BR comes back or if Durfee holds on, the winner of this one will have to go on the road. They'll square off against either the number 1 or number 2 seed, both of which earned the bye and earned the semifinal home game. And then we'll go from there. So we'll keep you posted. Again, like and follow us on Fred TV Sports on Facebook. We'll have the matchup for you as soon as it's made known to us. Shot on net. Massa watches it sail over the crossbar. Well, that one traveled quite a ways. It didn't want to come down. Codner redirecting, having to work around Ferrioli. Coming back quickly by Catino, takes the shot, and that one's going to sail as well. On the ground. Hot shot. And now played up the sideline. And it goes out of play. That's sent up by Trombley. Ooh, and a collision there. And it'll be a free ball for the Trojans. Sent toward the goal, and Massa makes the save in the air. Another good save there from Massa. So just got word, New Bedford finished number 1, or is seeded number 1. West Bridgewater seeded number 2. Is that one? Oh, what a save from Massa. Bats it away, diving to his right, taking away the corner shot to keep it 2-0. I was just about to say, so New Bedford is the number 1 seed and West Bridgewater the number 2 seed. So if Durfee holds on, they'll square off against one of those teams. And a yellow card being handed out to Cameron Jacob. So that leaves Brockton and Dartmouth would be the other matchup. 3 versus 6. So the 3 seed would play against West Bridgewater, which would mean Durfee, if they hold on, would play New Bedford, unless the number 6 team wins. Then number 6 would go to New Bedford and Durfee would play West Bridgewater. So it's kind of going to depend on the other matchup at this point. So Jacob gets a card, has to come out. Hilmy in for him with 14-17 to go. As the Trojans continue to put some pressure on offensively. Really testing Durfee's defense and in particular testing Massa over the last couple minutes of play. Getting tripped up was Jake Silva. Hilmy went down to the ground. Not sure if there was some contact there, but he was not on his feet when the ball got there. How to play, Durfee will have it. Jacob back into the game. Hilmy back to the bench. And it's going to be Fernandez setting it in play to Codner. That one hooking, sailing, and caught by Nichols. So he quickly throws it out of the box to Catino. Down the field, good feed to Ferrioli. Jacob there. Excuse me, Bigelow is there. Yep. Jacob Bigelow. I was thinking Cameron Jacob. Jacob Bigelow is there. Oh, and a collision now. And Bigelow's going to get a card, it looks like. Yep. A little too much there. So it should be a free kick for Macefield, number 2. He looks like he's the one that's going to be taking it. Right at the tip of the box, right at the 15-yard line. Blocked by the Hilltoppers defense. That's going to go through the uprights and out of play. And now Bigelow, I think, coming back in here on the stoppage of play. Indeed he is. Hilmy back in as well. Fernandez will go and take a seat. Sanif doing a good job trying to keep that in. And he did. Passed up the field. Cleared out by Mador. Centering pass. Shot taken. Out of play. Over the goal. How many of those have we seen tonight? I'll tell you. Final 10 minutes of the game. Halfway through this fourth quarter, 10 minutes to play. Good pass to Hargraves across the middle. Oh, it's behind him, and he gets tripped up on the turn. Lofted toward the box. Leaping play in front there by, that was Hilmy. That draws a whistle. To Jacob, good pass on ahead. Nichols is coming out for it, heard a whistle as well. And I believe it was offside. Out of play on the side. Durfee will have it as Medeiros watched it go out. Head official talking to the BR sideline at the moment. Silva trying to turn around. Cuts through. Still with control. And another whistle. Shot on net. Oh, it's going to sail just over the crossbar. Goal kick bouncing it around the 35, settled by Balsamo. We come up on 6 minutes to play. Good feed there to Trombley. Working the sideline, two Hilltoppers there to try to break it up. Cannot. Catino gets it back now. Silva trying to back him up. Weaving his way, takes the shot. It goes off his teammate, and he goes for a tumble. Back up the field it goes. Jacob passed on up ahead, nobody home. And it'll be scooped on two hops by Nichols. Hilltoppers with the free ball at the 20 on the far side. Toward the goal and just over that top right corner. Another near miss. Looking for a different ball. Not sure if that other one got maybe deflated or something, but now back to the action. Here we go. And there was a collision there as Codner went up to get it. And Catino as well. And I think he might have taken a foot or a knee kind of in the stomach area because he's still kind of hunched over trying to catch his breath. Oh, free ball for the Trojans. Balsamo centering it. Across! Oh, it just missed the post. Sent back and cleared again by Durfee, and now it's out of the box. Well, that's one of the best chances for the Trojans this half. Ooh, that was a hot shot as well. Massa's going to fall on it. And we still see Catino as he's charging forward for it. He was still hunched over a moment ago, so he's still hurting right now. 3 minutes to go. And with each passing second, the Hilltoppers close in on a round one victory here at home. We do have a final score from Dartmouth. The Durfee Hilltoppers field hockey team falls to the Dartmouth Indians 4-0 in the semifinal round. So the field hockey season over here at Durfee. Dartmouth will move on to the finals. Clock is stopped at 2 minutes. As the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans are going to play out the final few seconds of their season. So again, Durfee all but a shoe-in at this point now to move on, and they'll square off against either New Bedford or West Bridgewater on the road in the semis. Again, date, time, and actual opponent to be determined, all contingent upon the other matchup in this bracket being Dartmouth versus Brockton. That'll determine where Durfee plays. I tell you, the Hilltoppers have had some good success. I mean, BR they're no slouch. They are fast. They've been putting shots on net, but they just not able to fully put it together and really capitalize in some of those key moments. Close, but kind of a no-cigar type moment, or situation. And Durfee has had success this year against BR, and it continued here in this round one playoff game, which is looking like it's going to end up as a 2-0 shutout. We'll see what happens in these final few seconds of the game. Fed up on ahead, but stopped in its tracks. Sanift He stopped it, goes down on the far side. Now the surge continues. Shot on net, and that one also, again, sails. So it's not to say BR hasn't had the good looks. They're just not able to cash in. They have had their opportunities. Up the field, Jacob. Jacob with a break, and it is broken up. Hilltoppers in no rush to get that one from out of bounds, of course. BR taking it back down. They find Catino. Almost goes down, gets the pass on up ahead now. Shot towards the goal. Massa out to get it. Grabs it out of the air and goes down to the ground. Gonna throw it to this near side. Codner with it. Out of play. Quick substitution here for BR. Silva. Again, taking his time to get it to the line to set the ball in play. Lofted by Trombley, and it lands right in the center of the circle on the 50-yard line. Probably couldn't have done that again if he tried. Passed across there to Hargraves, no good. Stopped. The Hilltoppers defense coming in, shot on net. That one will sail as well. Waiting a goal kick for the Hilltoppers. Out of play. Balsamo takes a shot toward the box, and then defended and taken out of the box. Pass on ahead to Jacob. Full steam ahead. Passing it back to Fernandez. And sent back down the field. Codner watches it go over his head. Jacob. Now to Massa, playing keep away. We've been stopped at 2 minutes for a while here. That's out of play. And that's the game. Almost a 6-minute stoppage time. The Hilltoppers, though, win it. A 2-0 shutout here in round one over Bridgewater-Raynham. And they are moving on to the semis in this 6-team race. So congrats to the boys on a good win here at home, a shutout. And again, like and follow us on Facebook. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Fred TV Sports will let you know where Durfee is playing in the semis. It will be a road game, whether it's New Bedford or West Bridgewater. That has yet to be determined. We do apologize. This should have been live streamed on our YouTube channel today. We had some technical difficulties, unfortunately, with the software that ends up sending the feed to YouTube and to Facebook. So we do apologize for that, but As you know, everything gets on demand and archived. You're seeing it now. And so we do appreciate you still watching, even though it wasn't live. So for our great crew behind the scenes, Daniel Keating, Nick Dolan, two of our Fred TV students, I'm Evan Massoud saying so long from Durfee. Final score one last time, Bridgewater-Raynham 0, Durfee 2. Good night, everybody.